Alright, what's up everybody? This is a video that I was talking about in my last, the mid-rolling Leo Balder side sword setup. Same character, of course, same character that I used the Wolf Fat Fury on. I used the Dartwood Green Balder setup on, and I used this medium roll. Never used the medium roll before, this is the first time I did it. I don't actually think I lost a match in this video. I didn't lose a match all night, but really to I think I counted three people, and one was a heavy pyro guy, and two was some dark magic pursuer, wrath of the god kind of guys. And obviously it makes sense, being that I mid roll, that they would defeat me pretty easily. And I don't know if I don't think that's on this video. This is a pretty short video. It might be on another one that's in my library. I have to go through and find that. Uh, but the impressions of this is that this build kicks ass as far as melee versus melee. And I'm not saying these guys I'm fighting are great or anything. Then I don't know them. I mean, some of them seemed like they were decent. A lot of these people, I did PvP for so long, a lot of these people, and I edited out those clips where I actually fought them with my Fat Wolf combo with the Fury Sword. And actually, I mean, even though I killed them, I had more trouble killing them with my main setup, than I did with this setup. Then again, I would probably whoop those casters with that setup. But, I mean, I'd like to change a few things about this setup. When I get home Friday, I'd like to, make another few videos about this Leo ring mid-roll thing. And you see a lot of people use the halberd and stuff, and I'm just not a halberd fan. I'm a sword kind of guy, I guess. Uh, but yeah, I like to put a helmet on, for one. Let's be a true tank. The main reason I don't wear a helmet is because I just like showing the character's face. And you can see some good counters right there. Actually, that was one counter. But yeah, showing the character's face, it's just gotta have some kind of style points. And I don't like the way a lot of helmets used. Maybe the Elite Knight helmet or the Knight helmet, something like that. Give me a little extra defense. Be more tankish, because I got quite a few more weight points to give, or endurance burden. Put the crest shield on. That makes me want to say that if I can get the crest shield, and I know a lot of people don't use that silver pendant, but combination with that and the right time rolling, I would be able to give even dark magic users that spam it a lot a run for their money. I just did 911. That guy ain't got great defense though. I did 911 counter damage right there. As far as the physical aspects of this setup is, I think that's about it. You just throw a Leo ring on, take your wolf ring off, put some heavier equipment on. You're going to be mid-rolling, put your Balder sword on, or whatever you like that thrust. And really, just as far as tactics go so far, I'm just, trying to limit my rolls and really focus on picking my shots. I jab out a few times to get the feeling of the distance and stuff. Be careful jabbing too much, you'll get parried. Jab out at the length of the weapon, so that way they just parry the air and look stupid. Don't overroll, like I think I said that earlier. Just get a feeling of him. Move in and out, see what he's doing. Now this style of play is great, I find, against super aggressive people, because they're coming in balls to the wall trying to kill you, and you've hit them maybe once or twice, and you've took most of their life off. And they're like, whoa, what's happening? So it's real good. I mean, it's a counter ring. It should be effective against people that are aggressive, that are attacking. And that makes sense. So as far as your play styles go, that's something that I would recommend so far. Now, I don't have a lot of experience with this. Now, did you see that? That was 682. It appears that the Leo ring works against rolls. So if it works against rolls, then it's a very viable ring, because at least if you enjoy the mid-roll, or if you can make the mid-roll viable, because you do counters when they're attacking. You do counters when they're rolling towards you, rolling away from you, rolling around you. You've got a lot of opportunity for counters. So that's just something to think about there. I don't think this lightning risen does anything towards the damage of a counter. but maybe a little bit. I don't think elemental damage counts as far as the counter damage itself, but it just adds a little bit of overall to the top damage. And there I did 690. That guy didn't know what he was getting into. And that player out there is very aggressive. So like I said earlier, anytime you come into my range and you're very aggressive, expect to get. Plus, he didn't have any poise. So that's why that went so easy. I think I fought that guy with my main setup of Fap, Wolf, and I had a little bit more trouble with him. But like I said, some of these players may not be the best. I don't know. I fought all night, though. This guy's actually, I think he's pretty decent. He's going to buff his weapon there. That running attack is something you need to look to counter with. If somebody two-hands their weapon, I mean, this is something you should already be knowing. That you know they can't parry you, so feel free to do some exchanges, or feel free to swing your weapon on them. Just make sure that, you know, if you're going to swing on a crystal magic weapon, or a dark moon blade, or a sunlight blade, that's either you hit and not get hit, or hit and get out of there. Or in this case, where I have a weapon that's more with the Leo ring, I'm not scared of that buff. And I think he realized that by doing 2 776s to him. 776 damage twice. And he sent me a message afterwards, you know, asking. He's like, is that Leo ring involved? It's got to be. And I was like, well, of course. I don't do that much damage without it. That's unheard of. So, as far as that goes right there, just keep some of the things in mind. I like the pyro. Like I said, I'm going to switch to the helmet just for this particular setup. Just, give me some more poise-ish. That's not a word, is it? But to give me some more, I guess, defense, and like I said earlier, become more tankish. But yeah, here I invaded this guy. I don't think he knew what he was getting into. Let's talk a little bit about the telegraphing and how to counter. There's weapons that telegraph more so than others. Sort of like, in fighting, there's techniques that are more telegraphable than others. So, sort of as a haymaker, or a spinning hook kick, or those moves that you'll see coming from a mile away. The great size running attack. That's what everybody does with that weapon. You'll see that coming from a mile away. People like to jump with that Mirakumo. People like to jump with those great swords. You'll see that coming. So these are perfect opportunities to get a good counter in, then move away, or even double it up and get 2 attacks in. It really makes people think twice about doing it. And if you're fighting somebody with a dark wood grain ring, you need to time it even to a better extent, being that they'll hit you then roll. So, with that in mind, the ultra great weapons are telegraphic too, and they're actually easier to get them to swing than back off and hit them without even being hit. So, that's something to think about there. Once you're getting your tactics down, and like I said, by no means am I an expert of this. This is the first time I ever tried this. I just kind of got bored with my setup, and I say, let's try this Leo ring. I've heard some people talk about it. And the mid-roll is something that you can do and feel like your character doesn't have any weaknesses other than the fact that you're mid-rolling. And that's a big difference. I mean, it's going to take me some time getting used to the mid-roll, especially when going against casters. I know for a fact that I was killed by a pyro and a dark magic guy. But that's okay. I mean, hopefully I can get used to using a silver pendant. And that's something that I've used a lot, is a silver pendant. The actual dark magics with the dark wood grain ring, it's really easy to avoid. It's pretty easy to avoid with a fast roll, especially dark bead. Sometimes that pursuers can be laggy, but with the mid roll, it's really hard, because I think he come in and the pursuers and he cast a dark bead, so he started rolling. Then he hit me with a wrath of the gods and hit me with another one, and it was just really difficult there. But I've used the silver pendants, to negate the initial dark magic oncoming, and then see what you can do from there. May have to tank a shot to get a hit in, because a lot of times those magic users don't have a lot of poise or defense or nothing like that. But then again, you don't want to get real close to that dark bead. So it's going to be something to mess with. I may mess around with a crest shield or something. But yeah, this was just a quick video on trying out, seeing what I thought and the conclusions I've come to. It's great against other melees just from that one night, and I'm not saying that I may get killed Friday when I come home and try this out against other melees, but as far as right now, I'm digging it, and I'll make a few more videos when I get home Friday night of me doing some melee action, hopefully against some magic users too. And it may be just the case that different setups are better for different styles, and that is definitely true without even just presuming that. Darkwood Grain Ring is great for avoiding castings, and the fast roll I have is just overall solid good choice versus everything. But that's all I got here. Everybody take care. I will see you next time.